Shenu Fug, Jules Wahed. This is Murhuta Mashuki A Nahaka Dadug El. This is just a quick update. For me, it was a revelation that that our language is constantly being upgraded. The last time it was upgraded in 2000, I would say 2000, 2001. Before, well, anytime before the master teacher was kidnapped. I'm reading this book here, right? Now, that book is entitled Nuwabik, the Ancient Egyptian Mystery Language, at a glance. So, my thoughts on this book stem from scroll number 7, which is the teacher's guide to the Nuwabik language. Now, the Nuwabik language had a lot of words that mirrored or were very close to Arabic or Aramic Hebrew. So I always ask myself the question, like, why does our word sound so much like Aramic or Ashuric? And I remember seeing a video on the master teacher saying, our language was close to those languages because it came from us. But some of these root words can't be found in ancient Egyptian language, the Metaneta. They can't be found. So this book here was the latest update to our language, with the word El, which is definitely ties back to Aramaic Hebrew, was changed to Pa, which is the definite article. You know what I'm saying? It changed to Pa. The word family changed from Usra to Haul. The word son changed from Walud to Sa, which is the ancient Egyptian, where if you look in the E.A. Wallace Budge's Egyptian dictionary, it says Sa means son, protector, which is the son is the protector of the family bloodline. So it means Sa, or protector. Like the show, the brother from New York, Sa Netta, meaning the son of God, basically. So there's a lot of words in here that changed. As far as our prayers, the Pa Ashutat, the word Ashutat takes place of the word Taful. Taful meant pray. Tafulat meant prayer. So now it's Ashutat, which means prayer, or Ashut, which means pray. So there's some words that have changed, like the word with, like I'm with you. The word with is kar, K-A-R, kar. The word have went from ma'a to a karut. So there's some words that changed to draw a strong distinction, I feel, from Ashuric or Aramic to Nuwabik, with the B, with Nuwabik. So I had a tough time dealing with that, because I had memorized the Tafulat, right? And now it's the Pa Ashutat. And now I'm like, oh man, I gotta memorize these new words now. Like Ashutat, Pa Tarug, Shil, Pa Netarat, Pa On, Pa Netaru. That's the Ghanun. That's the Ghanun, which is a Pa Ashutat, which is the prayer, the chanting, the remembering. Pa Ghanun. Pa Ghanun, I'm sorry. That's the chanting. So when you're memorizing these prayers, now you have to memorize it with the new with the new language. And I know that I had discussion with some brothers on that this is an AEO scroll, so you really shouldn't have it if you're not an AEO, right? So, but we know scrolls are floating out there freely um, for certain individuals to pick up who are interested. However, speaking as the vice president of the United Nuwabik Nation of Moors, um, I want to get into one paragraph of this book. Oh yes, the last paragraph actually. You can read it right here, so y'all know I ain't lying, right? You can kind of read it there, right? And it says, because we thought initially, some people thought that this AEO mystical language is only meant for people in the AEO. And that's what I thought for about a year, maybe a year and a half. But as the book says, I quote on the last paragraph of the Nuwapian or the Nuwabik, the ancient Egyptian language at a glance. It says this book, Nuwabik, the ancient Egyptian mystery language at a glance, was put together so that any tourist coming to Tamaray or Nuwabian visiting Tamaray, Egypt of the West, you may conversate as fluent speakers of Nuwabik, the ancient Egyptian mystery language. The more you conversate in your own language, Nuwabik, the more you familiarize yourself with different words, terminologies, and phrases. Teach your children their ancient language so they can speak it, and make them become proud of their language. As you begin to advance in your Nuwabik, your pronunciation will increase, your vocabulary will increase, and soon you will be able to pass the book Nuwabik at a glance to your friends so that they may be able to learn their ancient mystery language. This book, Nuwabik, the ancient Egyptian mystery language at a glance, was put together as simple as possible so that the average beginner would be able to pick up on any topic of conversation being discussed on Tamaray or elsewhere in your travels. So, the book clearly explains that any tourist, a Nuwabian visiting Tamaray, Egypt of the West, that you're able to conversate in Nuwabik. So this is not something that's exclusive to the AEO. This is something that is open to the public, which then piqued my interest in I think that's the ice cream man coming around my neighborhood. Let's see. I wanted to expound and extrapolate on another verse here, and that's not verse, but part of this book. Okay, it looks like I can't find it now, but anyway. Okay. All right. But anyway, just wanted to explain that and explain that some of the words from scroll number 7 have actually changed in this book and this book here. Right? And I see some brothers ain't writing in Nubic either, which is a cursive connected script. Whether you're Sabaean or Nuwabian, you should be writing in this, and you should be practicing this, right? because this is not for nothing. This is something that we're to hold sacred in our culture. So anyway, this is a quick update. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm saying this because I came to the revelation that we should be speaking in the updated vocabulary of Nuwabik. Like in Nuwabik, there's 3 scripts, right? There's the Rizq script, there's the Nubic script, and there's the hieroglyphic script, which is this right here. I can't write in the hieroglyphic script yet, I will admit. But I am writing Nubic, and I'm writing the print script, which we call Rizq, fluently. So just want to give an update on that. So when I do my further videos for the language class, that people won't be surprised that I'm not using L anymore, I'm using Pa, right? Not Pa, because this is not Sabaean. This is Nuwabik, right? So I'm using Pa, I'm using Pa, and I'm not using Tarak, I'm using Tarug, because Tarug is way in Nuwabik, and Sabaean it's Tarak, or Tarak. I think they pronounce it like a regular K. Instead of a Q, it'd be Tarok. Tarok. Yeah. So, anyway, I just want to emphasize that some people are saying that the Nuwabik language is dead. It's not, because I'm living proof that it's still alive as the Vice President of the United Nuwabi Nation of Moors. So let's get all that cleared out of the way. And also in the book, I just want to explain that we do use the word, the Medineta word, Ba, which is soul, and Ka, which is spirit. That's one of the updates in this book. So we're going all the way back to the source when it comes to back to our vocabulary. Some of our vocabulary is original, though. It won't be found in the Medineta. It'll be found just in our Nuwabik language. But our language traces all the way back, or the remnants or the ashes of our language trace all the way back to ancient Egypt and the Nubian kings and the Patahite kings, so to speak. So anyway, before I let y'all go, that's just a quick update on the Nuwabik language. And I didn't know this before until I really started looking at this book and reading why the master teacher changed the word from taful or tafulat to ashutat. And he said that the taful came from the tafilim, the book, the tafilim, and he changed it because those are Hebrew words. We might have changed the vowel in between, like the second root word and the third root word, but it's still an origin. It's a not a Shudik, but Ramic word that is not Tamarayan, right? So we want to make sure it's Tamarayan, even though we're all these things. Tamarans were actually allied with people who were Israelites, right? Because when the Assyrians were attacking Israel used to send communique down to Taharka, and Taharka would go to Israel and defend the Israelites, because we're all Moors, we're all the same race. You know what I'm saying? So, and let me add one more thing that needs to be cleared up from Sabaeans and I guess Nuwabians, right? Let me say this. Anu was praised in ancient Tamaray. The city of Heliopolis, which was in ancient Egypt, was dedicated to the god Anu, the Most High, right? Pa Galub Atla. Pa Galub Atla, which is the Most High. So I don't want to hear any of this nonsense about how Anu is a flesh eating being when you haven't pointed back to the ancient scriptures to say that Anu ate this many people per day. Because the Bible doesn't get it. That's not it's not specific enough. We need specific evidence as Nuwabians to say that Anu was a flesh eating being. And then if Anu was a flesh eating being, then why, if you are so in love with ancient Egyptians, as we all are, I am too, then how come the ancient Egyptians also praised Anu and never called Maors? Maor. Maor was a high priest of Anu, right? Where the Greeks get the word Maorenos, which means a melanated person with kingly hair. So it had to come, the Greeks got it from us, Maor, right? So Maor also means a dark-skinned person with woolly hair. And I know that Dr. Malachi Z. Yerk said that there's no word in Arabic for Maor, but for more, right? For more. He said there's no word in Arabic for more. But there is a word for more in the ancient Egyptian language called the Metanete. There is. It's called Maor. And that's where the Greeks got it from. So we can put the rest, all this Negro land, because we know Negro is not one of our words. We know that for a fact. There's no word in ancient Tamaray, in the Sumeric language, in Hebrew, in Arabic. There's no word for Negro. No word at all. I guarantee you there's no word for Negro. No word. There is no word. So let's go back to the source. The source is Maor, right? The high priest of Anu, a dark-skinned, melanated person, right? 9 ether, or maybe even 7 ether. I dare you to challenge me on that. I'm ready. I challenge me on that. I dare you. Somebody from the Sabaean culture, I dare you to challenge me on that. And I'd love to see what you come up with, right? Because we could prove it all day. That Maor that word goes back thousands of years, way before the word Negro or nigger or Niger or whatever word that you want to come up with, right? This is my direct challenge to you. This is my direct challenge to you. I don't know what you could do about that, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, the Nuwabik language is still strong. We still speak it. Nothing's gonna stop that. All right. So, anyway, again, peace to everybody watching the show. I hope that everybody's doing fine. I hope everybody's still saying their Nathor. Nathor, Pa Nathor is the pledge, the Nuwabian Tamaray state flag, which you see behind me here. I'm going to get another flag made for the national flag. And anyway, I hear that we have some haters trying, like Deuce of York or something like that. He's trying to sue us. That's funny because to sue us, you would actually have to have standing in law. And you have no standing in law. You're not part of the nation. Whatever we do does not affect you. These are called scare tactics. And Deuce York doesn't really know the law anyway. Because if he did, the master teacher would be free. And Victoria Broussard would have the master teacher free. If they really knew law, right? So, I guess that's all I got to say. All right. So, Hotep, everybody, about to end this right now. You know, if you got any comments, leave them below the video. I don't block out my comments. You say what you have to say. The Holy Tablets is going to be reprinted. Look for that around May. Look for that around May. I'm saying around May. The date could change, but right now we're holding true to that month as far as the tablets being printed. And that's about it. So curse the black devils trying to stop this from coming out. We know how you think. We know how you feel inside. You feel disgusting inside. You feel that hatred inside when you feel the God's about to come out and put out something out. I know how the black devil feels. But I got one message for the black devil, is that when we test your heart, and we will test your heart, you're going to fail every time. All right? So all true Nuwabians, stay with us. All the fake ones, go by the wayside. Hotep, and we'll see you next time. Peace.